From the Opopco Studios in Oklahoma City, you're watching a Hudiburg Fantasy Football Update. I'm Jenny Carlson here with Mike Baldwin. We're brought to you by Hudiburg. You can go online during the NFL action and buy your next new car at Hudiburg.com. Okay, Mike, it's Championship Sunday for most fantasy leagues, so that means Super Bowl of fantasy leagues. There are some guys that you might be thinking about starting, and it might come down to who they're playing against this week.
Yeah, exactly. And first of all, we want to thank Hudiburg for really helping us with this all year long. And we may have an all-star edition somewhere down the road, but because this is the championship week and Super Bowl week, it's not late January to see who goes to the Super Bowl. Fantasy football is it. Congratulations if you made your finals, if you made a good run and lost last week because you ran into, as we said in the last video, Tucker or some weird kicker. Congratulations on a good run. But these are a bunch of guys that sometimes it's not what your guy is, it's who he's going against.
Right.
Dallas, Green Bay, Oakland, Chicago, Philadelphia all had horrible defenses. Guess what? If your quarterback is one of those tough calls, Russell Wilson, up and down, pretty good most weeks, sometimes he's not. Seattle doesn't have as much to play for. That's just one example. Do I start him or not? You might want to start one of these five quarterbacks or some of his receivers ahead of some of your guys because the defenses are so bad. It's Kirk Cousins filling in for RG3 against that really bad Dallas defense. It's Ben Roethlisberger, who had a hot streak going there for a while. He's playing Green Bay's terrible defense. It's been giving up a ton of points. Oakland, Phillip Rivers, they're still got a playoff push. The Raiders gave up 1 million points to the Chiefs last week. You've got the Bears and the Eagles playing each other. It could be 1 million points in that game, so Foles and Jay Cutler and their receivers are options. Sometimes you look at who your guy's going against as much as how good your guy is. Because if you're going to run against a really good defense like San Francisco, Seattle, you sometimes bench your guy. Well, these guys are playing bad defenses. You might consider starting them unless you got a slam dunk, you know, like a Stafford or somebody who, by the way, may have cost you your playoff game Monday night.
Oh, yes, okay. Lastly, let's talk about hot hands because sometimes people, if they get in a championship game, they're remiss to say, I'm going to go with a guy that looks hot. But here are some guys you think might be worth that.
Yeah, especially in the championship format. The season's over. This is it, just like the Super Bowl. You win your title. You don't, you finish runner-up, good season. Well, Alex Smith's thrown 14 touchdowns the last 5 games, including 5 to Jamal Charles last week that we mentioned in another video. Greg Jennings, the former Packers guy. All year long, no quarterbacks getting it to him. The ex-Chief quarterback Castle had a good week. 163 yards last week. You go with him in a hot hand. Ryan Tannehill, believe it or not, 3 TDs last week, 8 the last 3 weeks. Maybe you have one of those quarterback dilemmas, and I want to go with Tannehill this week. The last one is Dallas running back DeMarco Murray. Most people start him, but he's a must-start now. He's averaging about 90 yards rushing, a touchdown or 2 a week. Cowboys are trying to run the ball more. So these are guys you definitely want to consider, especially in the championship format.
All right, thanks, Mike, and good luck to you if you're in your championship game in your fantasy league. Be sure to stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoma.